Christopher Newport captured its second straight CAC Women's Outdoor Track and Field title at last year's championship in York, Pennsylvania, and will aim for its sixth consecutive title when including both the indoor and outdoor seasons at the 2016 Outdoor Championship, set for this weekend at Frostburg State. The captains defeated second-place Wesley by 40 points at this year's Indoor Championship, led by multiple gold medal performances from Indoor Athlete of the Year Logan Harrington and Lydia Cromwell. Harrington is one of 3 CAC athletes looking to make a return trip to the NCAA Outdoor Championships, along with teammate Jennifer Westerholm and Salisbury's Megan McGowan. Now let's take an inside look at all 7 CAC teams' prospects entering this weekend's championship meet, beginning on Friday in Frostburg, Maryland.
We had kind of a subpar effort at the Outdoor Championships last year, so we're looking forward to making amends, bring the kind of energy and focus that we expect of ourselves this year. Obviously, after sweeping the Indoor Championships, we've got big targets on our backs, so we need to be prepared for that. We know competition's coming from every team in the conference coming after us as a team and as an individual event areas, so we know we've got to be ready all the way around. So we're excited for the opportunity and looking forward to getting it done in Frostburg.
I guess individually, I'm in the 3K steeple and the 5K, and these are going to be my first time running them at conference. So I guess I just hope to contend well for them, seeing that I've never done them before. And then as a team, as always, I think the women's team especially hopes to return our winning streak, and then for the boys also to be able to do the same.
Obviously, graduating Enuma Zenwa has a big hit to the program. She was one of our top scorers. Outstanding heptathlete, and Danny Crowley, another heptathlete, hurdler, jumper, scored a lot of points for us at the conference level, provided a lot of leadership for the program as well. So those are 2 big losses on the women's side.
I guess we've all been working really hard, and throughout the season we've been able to see a lot of improvements. For example, Taylor Mancini, she's a sophomore, has dropped over a minute in her 5K time. So I think she's really reflective of how our season's been going and how hard we've been working. So I look forward to being able to see everybody else hopefully live up to the expectations we've all set.
So for the women's returners, it's great to have Jenny Westerholm coming back. She was actually the high point scorer for the conference at the Outdoor Championships last year. Lydia Cromwell was the conference champion in the steeple, and Logan Harrington, conference champion in the mid-distance as well. So it's good to have those 3 coming back. They're kind of the backbone of the group this year, and we're looking forward to seeing them step up in their junior and senior years.
I guess so far was Colonial Relays. Me, Alexa Tabakman, Logan Harrington, and Abby May all got to run the 1500 at Colonial Relays, which was a night race, so it didn't happen until 11:30 at night. So that was a pretty cool experience to be able to share with them.
We're really excited about our new hurdlers on the women's side, Hannah Bowden and Molly McCabe. Both have had strong indoor seasons and have picked it up even more so during the outdoor season, so we're looking forward to see what they do at the championships. Abby May in the mid-distance group has also had a nice year so far, and we're looking to see what she can contribute in those areas as well.
I think this year, especially for running such few meets, we've had more opportunities to be able to train and practice and be able to really work on things in practices rather than having to travel far distances. We didn't go to North Carolina A&T, which I think allowed the whole team to reflect on our season so far and really work on what we've been practicing this year.
So the weather's been a little bit tough this year, especially with a shorter than usual season, with the championships 2 weeks earlier than they've been in the past. It's the same boat that all the schools are in. All the coaches have been working hard trying to figure out how to manage that season. For us, it's kind of forced us to have a little bit sharper focus, both in training and in the meets that we have had in preparing for the championships. So a little bit more stratification between our conference level and our nationals level athletes, just in adjusting their training to make sure that we're getting the best out of them at the right times. But those are challenges that all the coaches in the conference are working with, and I'm looking forward to seeing how our approach to it works out in Frostburg.
It's been pretty cool being part of it for the past 3 years, since I want to say I was the first class that has been in the CAC entirely. So it's been pretty cool to see over time how much more competitive the CAC has been. You can see the standards are being made more and more competitive every year. And then I guess as the CNU women's team, it's pretty cool to see how we compete against other D3 schools in the area, and just how we match up and how we're able to compete and match up against them the way we do. I guess the opportunities that we're provided with, we get to travel a lot and we get to be part of, I guess, a family that a lot of people otherwise don't get the chance to be a part of. So just being a student athlete at CNU has given me the opportunity to like make friends that I know that I'm going to have throughout my life, and so it's been pretty cool to see like them grow as well as myself.
Something I discovered in myself is that if I have a goal, and I can accomplish it.
It's a well-rounded experience.
At a Division III school, you're primarily a student athlete, so the school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual.
It helps a lot that you have a family with your team that can guide you.
For our women's team, we do hope to score more points than last year. If we do that, I think we have a chance to move up in the standings a little bit. We have a small team, a pretty dedicated team, very young team. So the challenge there for them will be just how much will they step it up when we hit the championship meet.
My obvious goal is to PR, and I hope that the rest of my teammates PR as well. As a team, I hope that we all score more points than we did last year. And individually, I really hope to take home a conference win. That's obviously a big aspect of it.
In the distance area has been our biggest hit. We lost Casey Columbus, who was a transfer to WVU. We've lost Alexis DeVault in the distance events there. So it's a distance area that really got hit the worst there. We just feel like we have a team this year that's capable of covering some of those losses.
I'm definitely most looking forward to being at home and competing against teams that we usually don't get a chance to compete against, because we don't compete against our conference teams in season regularly. So it'll be really exciting to compete against some people that we haven't before, and it's also really awesome that we'll be able to have some fans at home.
Kayla Truesdale obviously had a very good indoor season. Good freshman year last year, come back sophomore year here, stronger than ever. Obviously ran indoor national championship, has posted some really good times in the 100 to 200 to 400, anchoring a 4x4 team, which has been a little bit of a surprise for us this year in terms of just how well they have been running. Out in the throws, Elaine Saxton is back. Zoe Harris has had some very good javelin throws this year and has been up in the top numbers in terms of nationally ranked. We would expect that she will help us out not only in the javelin but also in the hammer and the shot put she also will do. Out in the throws, Holly Van Wee has done very well for us. She's actually tried all of the throws, but showing some particular promise in the shot and the hammer. We have Sam Gater, who's come out and helping us in the hurdles and the 4x4. Been a real big help there. And we have some people in the, or one person in the jumps area, Heather Martin, who's pole vaulting for us, triple jumping, and has also found her way over into the javelin. So we actually have a number of women who are doing a number of multiple events for us in different areas, which is a little different than what we've had in the past.
I think our schedule has helped us a lot in preparing for the championships, because we have a really tough schedule so far going into the season, and so we compete against a lot of Division I and Division II schools, and I think that has prepared us really well to compete against some elite Division III schools.
Always a challenge weather-wise. We see good competition. We've got a nice mix of meets where all of our people have a chance to to be competitive, and then we've tried this year to find some places where some of our top people can compete and against some very top athletes. Hopefully that will help us in the long run. We've, as coaches, been challenged by the change in the CAC Championship, moving that up significantly. We have to try to balance trying to be competitive in a conference meet versus what is best for the student athlete, because someone like Kayla, for example, will probably be competing 4 or 5 weeks from now.
I really love that I'm a part of 2 communities here at Frostburg. So I'm a part of the community that's involved with both of my majors, and I'm also involved with the athlete community. So I think it's really cool that I have 2 communities of friends that really welcome me and accept me.
Our goal this outdoor season is to really improve upon our finish during the indoor season. The women finished 4th of 7, the men were finished last of 7, so we're looking to do much better outdoors than we did indoors. We're looking for strong performances from our distance runners and then also from our throwers like we had indoors. We did well on the women's side in the shot and in the weight. Taylor Cockrell and Sheree Turner on the women's side, and looking for them to have good performances.
Individually, my goal is to really just make it my best last race that I possibly can. I really hope that my last race is the 4x4, and I really want us to overcome a lot of the challenges that we face this year with having a much smaller team. That's never held us back though, and I really want to see everyone PR just like they have all season and really make this the best meet that we've had.
We had graduated a pretty strong senior class last year, so Claire Harrington, who was our school record holder, conference champion in the pole vault. She's one who's going to be sorely missed. Also, Alyssa Baker, who threw indoors, was no longer competing for the outdoor season. There'll be 2 key losses.
I'm looking forward to seeing everyone actually compete at their best, and the outdoor CAC meet is always where everyone usually PRs and does their best of the season, and I can't wait for everyone's done so well this year that I can't wait to see what they can do with this meet.
Minutes before, Taylor Cockrell, Sheree Turner, throwers, Janelle Moore, the women's sprinter, who placed indoors in the 60 and the 200, should do well.
I raced in the snow and I finished it and made a pretty good time. So racing in the snow is definitely something I'm always going to remember.
We have a couple freshmen who should do well. Jillian Weisbeck, who scored in the 5,000 meters indoors, should also have a pretty good outdoor conference championship this year.
We faced a lot of really good teams this season, and all of us have really latched on to the competition that we've had this entire season, us included. We always race with other teams as well as each other, and we've pushed ourselves at practice and in meets, and so that's really going to help us at this upcoming meet.
It's been a kind of a wacky outdoor season. The conference championship is probably 2 weeks earlier than we'd like to have it, so we've been dealing with, just like everybody has been dealing with the weather. This year it's been weird. It's been warm during the weeks and then kind of cold on the weekends. We've dealt with a lot of wind, which has been kind of uncharacteristic. So we're expecting for whether it's 80 and sunny or 55 and windy or if it's snowing, I think everybody on our team will be ready to compete no matter what the weather conditions are like.
I love being an Eagle. Been an Eagle for almost 4 years now, and my favorite part of it is just the camaraderie that we have. It's really just an Eagle family, and it's really something that's always going to be with me even when I leave.
The CAC Student Athlete Advisory Committee promotes community service as one of the pillars of the organization's mission. CAC SAC members have impacted the communities surrounding their campuses in a variety of ways over the years.
The student athletes realize that it's important to give back to the community and make those connections between community members, whether it's nonprofits, whether it's groups of kids and clubs and organizations, whether it's senior citizens. Student athletes realize that, and they want and they have a desire, a true desire to give back to their community.
It's really important because it lets other people know what the Student Athlete Advisory Committee is about, because most people aren't aware of what we do. It bridges a gap between the communities, the student athlete community and the outside community.
It's very important for SAC to be involved like this. Whenever we have athletes that are very passionate about causes, and to put good people towards good causes is the best thing to do.
I think one of the most important functions of SAC is, the community involvement piece. It gives back to the school, it gives back to the community, which makes both better.
Our goals and expectations for the championship for our ladies are to work as a team, score as many points as they can, rally together as we continue to grow.
My goal and expectations for this upcoming championship is to remain conference champion and break the conference record.
I think overall as a team, our goal is to just improve on our marks that we've had throughout the year, also improve whole team unity, and just grow as a program in general.
Key returners for us are Caitlin Gould, who actually has moved to help us in longer sprints and mid-distance. She's helped us a great deal. Janelle Codling is with us for sprints. She's on relays as well. Erin Goodyear's there helping us with discus. Kyla Line is helping us with jav, and she does some long sprinting as well.
We're looking for fast times, further distances.
I'm looking forward to just, in general, just kind of coming together, seeing all the hard work that we put in throughout the year, and seeing how at a meet such as championships, how everybody's going to shine.
Key newcomers for us have been Ashley Williams in sprints and hurdles, Ashley Peart in jumps and sprints, Fallon Joseph in throws, Rachel Hare in throws, Logan Akers in endurance, and Yolanis Snipes is helping us in jumps and sprints. So we welcome all of these ladies.
I think the most memorable part of the season is looking at our email and seeing what coach has sent us and being we're gonna die. We're gonna die, but it's okay because we got through it as a team and we helped each other do better. So if I was tired and Ashley and I were running, she pushed me a little bit more to be able to get that time that I wanted.
We get to meet different groups of people.
And I think overall, you just kind of build your character with being a student athlete. You have a lot of different friends. I have a lot of friends on the basketball team. I have a lot of friends on the softball team. So just in general, you really just build a lot of friendship that lasts for a lifetime.
Those of us who are Division III student athletes, it's more than that, a lot more.
Sure, the game is important, but as we work so hard to build both mind and body, it's more about team.
That is why NCAA Division III teamed up with Special Olympics, and in giving the gift of sport to those for whom it seemed an impossible dream, we are working to make this a better world.
Help us keep that dream alive.
You can make a difference.
Well, our goals and expectations for the women at the Outdoor Championships is try to improve upon our position from the Indoor Championship. We finished third. I think we're always a better outdoor team than we are indoor. We have some really strength in several areas. The vault, the javelin, the high jump are just a few that where I think we could really shine, and of course on the track as well. So we're looking forward to the meet.
Well, my goals for this season personally are to go into the conference meet and hopefully take another win in the high jump. As a team, I mean, our goal is always to win, but I think if everyone goes out and just puts in their all, like we've been training for this since September, so if everyone just goes out, tries their best, and we leave it all on the track, I think overall we'll be happy with the results. Our
key returners this year on the throws, we have 3 seniors, Kylie, Kate Forte, and Shannon. Those all are going to be throwing the javelin, and then Kate and Kylie are going to be doing some of the shot put and discus. Hammer for Kate, who's one of the better throwers as well in the conference. And the jumps, we have Sarah Taylor in the pole vault, has always done well at the conference meet. She always seems to shine there. Ashley Jackson in the long and triple jump is doing very well, has had some great practices recently. And of course Megan McGowan in the high jump. She was an All-American indoors and is getting healthier, and I think she's going to have a good jump hopefully this coming weekend, but also at the conference meet. Sprints and hurdles, we've got of course a couple seniors, Kelsey Larger and Chanel, have kind of led that group, really look strong, and I'm looking for some big things. Abby Richards and Stephanie in the hurdles. Stephanie's more of Bidle's more of a 400 hurdler, and then of course Abby's a very good high hurdler. And then you got the middle distances. Delaney in the half, and then Allison Swartz and Jessica Lane in more of the longer distances. Allison had a PR a couple weeks ago in the 5K. Both Allison and Jessie have run under 19 minutes, so they're looking very good, and I think Delaney will give it a good run in the 8.
I'm looking forward to this championship to just see all my teammates compete. I mean, it's at practice a lot, we're scattered, and I don't always get to see like the pole vaulters or the throwers or the sprints be doing like what they're doing, so it's kind of nice to at the conference meet like walk around and just see everyone in their element and competing and doing what they love.
Our key newcomers on the women's side, I think we have some very good talented in several areas. Jamie Farley in the long sprints, more of the 2 and the 4, and she's going to be running the relays. She's awfully talented. I think she'll gained a lot from the indoors experience, and that's going to help her. Emily Langsdorf in the 400 hurdles looks awfully good. I'm hoping that she can really rise up to the occasion like she's done all throughout the season. And then Fiona in the distances, kind of right there with Jessica and Allison in workouts, and I think she's going to do the same thing come conference.
The most memorable part of my season so far has probably been this past Monday or Tuesday when we did Cut for Cure, and it was really awesome because our men's 4x4 team won the national championship, and so Coach had promised them to, cut his hair if they won, not really thinking it was going to happen, and then it happened. And it was awesome because I was like at nationals with them when all this went down, and it was amazing to see. And so Coach got his head shaved on Tuesday, and he donated like the money we raised to like women, supporting women, and this little girl who's actually battling a tough case of cancer. So it was just really fun because the whole team was there, other sports came out, and like everyone watched him get his head shaved, and it was for a good cause. So
our season schedule has been good. We start very early. We have one of the early season meets in the country at the beginning of March. So that gives us a little bit of a jump or head start on other teams in case the weather is bad. And last weekend was an example. We didn't go to George Mason because of the snow and the cold conditions. So it allows us a little bit more freedom. We've had some good weather throughout the whole course of the outdoor season, except for that one meet that we were going to go to Mason. So I'm happy where we're at. We're fairly healthy, and we're looking forward to a good competition at the Outdoor Championships.
My favorite part about being a student athlete is probably just like, especially this time of year, school gets so stressful, and everyone's busy and doing their own thing, and I feel like when I get really stressed or if school's too much, like I have my team and we come out to practice, and it's like those few hours of the day just kind of, it's a stress reliever, and like we're all in it together, and we all get to like vent about anything that's going on and just be out there having fun, working out. And we're like part of the school that's like a minority almost, like our student athlete group, like we get to be part of something so amazing that not everyone gets to experience.
I'm a Division III student athlete, and I know how powerful words can be. The term gay doesn't mean stupid, lame, or less than.
So I pledge to speak up if I hear the term gay used in a derogatory way or any other homophobic terms.
If you can play in Division III.
I'm a Division III student athlete, and my teammates unconditionally accepted me as part of their family. So now I pledge to do the same for others. If you can play in Division III.
Well, I tell you, if we were 100% go healthy going into this meet, I tell you, we would have definitely been in the conversation to win the championship. Indoors we lost by about 30 points, but a lot of those points, I think we were down 24-25-1 after the jumps, and we kind of battled back. We had some false starts and things like that, and we were supposed to do a lot better in the jumps indoors than what we did. We were seated pretty well, so. If that was more of an even situation where we come out even, I think that the women would have been a lot closer indoors as well. Going to the championships, we're going to be, we're not going to have all our chips, at the table, but goals and expectations are the same. Your goal is always just to do the best that you can do, and expectations are to really just have some people maybe surprised a little bit with their performances.
Coming out of indoor, I think we placed second, but it was like the first time that we had ever beat Salisbury, so we were pretty excited about that. So I'm pretty sure as a team our expectations would be just to come back even stronger, try to place first overall. My goal is to get to nationals. I want to be able to jump 12 feet. I was able to get my best during indoor. I want my best for outdoor as well. Hammer, I want to improve by like 4 meters. And then javelin, we're just going to try to throw that and hope for the best.
Our returners, again, we have just one senior on the women's team, long jumper Taylor Lynch. Again, it was an all-freshman team 3 years ago. We're led by the Danforths and the Streeters and the Halls and there's the Desers and the Carters, and there's probably 15 or so juniors on the team. So I'm not going to leave some people out, all of those returners, those veterans, they have some sort of, they've been all conference at one point, or conference champion, or a national qualifier. So it's a quality group, and they will lead us into the championships, and I know that they will do their best. They'll perform at their highest level.
Pole vault, yeah. I started when I was a senior in high school, and I was just accidentally kind of good at it, so they kept me with it. And I started excelling last year, and then this year I got my PR, so I want to keep going on that.
Key newcomers, you have Jordan Beverly in the throws. She could get us some points in a shot and disc, and maybe perhaps the hammer. Talented young woman. And then you have, obviously you have the slow balls, Evelina Slowball. I believe she's top 8 right now nationally in the 100. We'll see if she's go or not. She might not participate in the championship. You have the Brianna Artis and the Kayla Mitchells, and again, there's just so many ones that I know I'm going to leave somebody out. So, and then we get one of our athletes that we recruited. That's a dual sport athlete here with basketball. Monshane Newsom Murray will be at the championships. And she is one that I think could be a threat in the jumps.
Yeah, indoor clearing 11 foot for the first time, because I got a new pole and it's really hard for me to get up on, and then I cleared it by the skin of my teeth. I'm pretty sure I wasn't supposed to, but I got over that, and it was probably one of the greatest moments I've had here.
Going into a conference championship, anything can happen in a conference championship. Some people will melt under the pressure. Some people will enjoy pressure, And so we can kind of, you can have a top seed, finish, not even score. We've seen that already, and it happened to us indoors. So I think that, again, our veterans, they've been through 4 or 5 of these already. This is going to be nothing new for them. I think they'll go in with the same mindset that they always had. Hopefully a lot of them will go in with the same mindset they had at the indoor championships, because we had a lot of new first place women at the indoor championships. Hopefully they'll just carry that same mentality in. And again, we're not going to concern ourselves with who we beat or who we lost to. We're just going to go in and worry about ourselves strictly. That's what we got. Worry about ourselves, and then we'll just let the chips fall where they fall.
I like being busy. I think that as an athlete, you have to be self-motivated in order to get the grades, in order to participate in a sport. When I was in high school, every Friday our coaches would go over our grades with us. So if we were falling below a B, we'd be suspended. So I've kept that mentality the entire time throughout college as well. So I think it keeps me on my toes. It makes me pay more attention in class. It motivates me to actually go to classes. And I think the better I do in school, the better I do in my athletics, because I don't have to focus so hard on just one aspect of my life. And if I'm not doing a sport, I feel very agitated. I have a lot of energy that I need to put somewhere, so I think it helps a lot.
It's on us. It's on all of us. And it's time to act now.
We are calling you, all of you. We are calling all Division III schools to join our cause.
To recognize that non-consensual sex is sexual assault. To identify situations in which sexual assault may occur.
To intervene in situations where consent has not or cannot be given.
To create an environment in which sexual assault is unacceptable and survivors are supported.
This is our It's On Us pledge. It's on us to make a personal commitment to help keep all people safe from sexual assault, regardless of race, gender, sexual orientation, or ability.
Not to be bystanders to the problem, but to be leaders of the solution. We invite you to join us in this campaign by informing your campuses about the It's On Us mission.
Educate your student body, faculty, staff, and local community on how to prevent sexual assault and how to support survivors.
It's on us to start the change. It's on us to be the change. It's on us. It's on Division III. It's on all of us to stop sexual assault.
Women, I would also like to see as a top 4 team, as well as improving on their PRs, and there are a couple school records that I feel are within reach that I'd really like to see the women go after. Here. Key losses, Jess Miller and Caroline Delaney in the distance events. Key returners, Jenna Roberts in distance, she's a senior, so I think she's really going to get after it this year at conferences. Ann Measley in sprints, she had a great conference meet for us, set a school record in 400 hurdles, and hopefully can get back to those times again this year. Hannah Conway in sprints also had a great conference meet for us, made the finals last year, and we'll look to do the same again this year.
I definitely think individually my goal is to better my placing in my event than last year, and I think the same goal is for the team. We want to get a better team placing than we did last year. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how we can do as a team and how many PRs we can get from people, and just coming together and trying to get as high of a team place finish as we can.
Key newcomers, Jada Griffin-Howard in the sprints has had some great 4x4 splits for us and some great open 400s, all around a great sprinter. Jess Del Vicio in the middle distance events, Elena DeBruin in the middle distance events, and Christy Wanzlak in the distance events. So your schedule also very quick, had some issues with the weather, but the competitive season has made the women a lot stronger. We've seen some school records fall and a ton of PRs this year.
We've gone to a lot of meets with really good competition. Millersville had a lot of good competition, and so did Moravian. So I think that really helped get our competitive spirits out, which led to the PRs.